Oh my God!
What the hell is that?
Hunters search for a 1,000-kilogram bear, but does stumble upon 10 feet tall Bigfoot. Jack Thompson had spent months planning his Alaskan grizzly hunt, the ultimate test against nature's most formidable predator. In Juneau, he met Pete Miller, a grizzled wilderness guide renowned for bagging the biggest bears in the region. Over coffee, Pete warned him, "Hunting grizzlies ain't like anything you've done before. These bears are smart, mean, and don't forgive mistakes." They traveled by boat up the Lynn Canal into prime grizzly territory, then took a skiff up the Chilkat River to establish base camp. The forest showed abundant bear sign, claw marks, massive paw prints, torn up ground where bears had foraged. Both men felt the anticipation of the hunt ahead. On their second day tracking, they discovered something that stopped them cold. Beside a fallen log was a footprint unlike anything either had seen. Enormous, easily twice the size of bear tracks, and unmistakably humanoid. "In all my years in these woods," Pete whispered, "I've never seen anything like that." Jack knew immediately what they'd found. The legendary Sasquatch had left clear evidence of its existence. Faced with a choice between retreating or investigating, the adventurer in Jack won. They decided to follow the trail. The massive footprints led deeper into areas even Pete rarely ventured. They found trees with bark stripped at impossible heights, branches broken far overhead, signs of incredible strength. Disturbingly, the usual bear signs vanished completely, as if apex predators avoided whatever made these tracks. The forest grew eerily quiet, no bird song, no small animals, just oppressive silence. Then they heard it. A low, rumbling growl unlike anything in nature. Through the trees they glimpsed their first Sasquatch, a massive fur-covered bipedal form over 8 feet tall, moving with surprising grace. Following the trail further, they discovered an incredible sight, a large clearing containing what could only be described as a Sasquatch habitat. Crude structures made from logs and branches dotted the area, along with nests of piled brush. This wasn't a creature passing through. This was a home. From cover, they watched a massive Sasquatch emerge and begin foraging methodically, using a woven basket to collect vegetation. The creature displayed clear intelligence and tool use that shocked both men. Jack managed to photograph the encounter, capturing irrefutable evidence. Their documentation ended abruptly when the Sasquatch detected them. What followed was terrifying. A high-speed chase through dense forest as the creature pursued them with incredible speed and power. They tumbled down a ravine, barely escaping, only to discover they'd entered territory occupied by an entire family group. The pursuit continued for hours. Multiple Sasquatch tracked them through the wilderness as they hid in rock crevices and beneath fallen trees. They were no longer hunters, but prey, stalked by creatures of unknown intelligence and capability. After a harrowing night and day of evasion, they reached a river and followed it downstream until encountering a logging truck. As they climbed into civilization, Jack caught a final glimpse of movement at the forest edge, a large dark shape melting back into shadows. In the small town of Haines, they gave carefully edited accounts to rangers, speaking of getting lost and wildlife encounters while keeping the extraordinary details secret. Over dinner, they faced a profound decision about their discovery. "Think what would happen if we told the truth," Pete said. "That forest would be overrun within days. Scientists, reporters, thrill seekers. We'd destroy the very thing we discovered." Jack realized Pete was right. The image of the Sasquatch family stayed with him. Juveniles playing under watchful adults. These creatures deserved privacy, their unspoiled home protected. They decided to keep the secret. Returning home, Jack struggled to resume normal life. The experience had changed him profoundly. He threw himself into wilderness preservation, understanding that every lost acre meant loss of possibility and mystery. A year later, Jack received a package from Pete containing a photograph. An Alaskan forest scene with a blur of movement at the edge, something large disappearing into trees. The note read, "Some mysteries are meant to stay mysteries." Jack kept the photo as a private reminder. He never spoke of what he'd seen, but on quiet nights remembered standing face to face with legend, the awe of realizing how little humanity knew about the world. The Alaskan wilderness had given him more than a sighting. It provided perspective that changed everything. Every forest became a potential haven of undiscovered wonders. Every valley held extraordinary possibilities. The knowledge that such creatures existed in hidden corners gave him hope that mysteries still waited to be glimpsed in an age of satellites and human encroachment.